will be discussing today all about Xero budget reporting. We have two objectives for today on this topic. First is to create and import a budget in Xero. And the second one is to run and use available budget reports in Xero. So before indulging into this topic again, firstly, you need to check and make sure that you have a correct user access in Xero. It is either a standard and an advisor access. And as for standard, you need to make sure that you have a view and run report access. Now, first, let's define what is a budget. So budget, it is a detailed statement of expected revenues and expenditure, which quantifies the tactical plans of the management to reach a desired goal for the company during a specified period. So a budget is usually a short-term goal. It requires a quantification of the expected revenue and expenditures. Actually, this budget report is one of the internal reports that the management require in order for them to assess and evaluate what is the performance of the business, aside from the profit and loss, that the usual financial statement that are being submitted to them. Now, the question is how we can prepare and incorporate a budget in Xero. There are actually three available reports that we can use in order to facilitate in incorporating the budget in Xero. The first one is the budget manager. The second one, budget summary. And the third one, the budget variance. Now, what is a budget manager? This report is actually where you will be creating the budget. You will incorporate your budget here. And there are two methods in order for you to incorporate the budget. The first one is importation, and the second one is manual input. Now, I will quickly demonstrate how you will incorporate the budget in Xero. So under accounting reports, you will see these three reports here: budget manager, budget summary, and budget variance. And we'll be discussing first the budget summary. So in the budget summary, this is where you will see the overall budget. So this is the general budget, overall performance in the business. Then you have an option here from where you need to start the month. And you will also have a selection of how many months you need an actual information. Meaning, as you can see, budget is usually estimated based on historical information. And from that historical information, you will assess of how much you will put a budget for each item in your profit and loss. Then, in this period, this is where you will select of how many periods you want to prepare a budget. So if you want to prepare for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and a maximum of 24 months. Okay, so let's start. For example, August is done. Let's do the July, since in our previous webinar, I have incorporated here the data I have used in the previous part of our webinar. So basically, these are the information. So as you can see here, there is a 3 months actual information. So in this 3 months actual information, I will be basing my budget here, or I will create a fresh or create a separate independent budget for each line item of the budget. So I will do the importation first before the second method, which is the manual editing or manual inputting of the budget here in the budget manager. So I will import. If you want to do the importation, just click here under import, and then you can download the report, either CSV or Excel. Unlike any other importation method, this budget importing, you can actually import an Excel format. So in our other reports or other importation method, it is usually requiring a CSV file. But in this importation, you can import an Excel version. So I have prepared a sample already of the budget that I will be importing here. So overall budget, I will show you how the import templates will look like. So this is it. So in this report, in this template, you will incorporate the budget, plot all the necessary information. You will need to assess either you will have a consistent percentage increase, or you will assess of which month, if there is a specific month that has a huge like events or something that you need to incorporate a specific budget, then you can do so. So I have prepared already the sample of a budget. So I will import now this prepared budget I have. So I'll be importing. So there are 31 accounts and it will start from June 2021 until August. Okay, so I'll just confirm that one. As you can see here, all the information I have in that Excel has been incorporated already, and the figures are already on its respective months. Now, how you will do the second method of incorporating or inputting the budget. For example, other revenue. I am expecting an other revenue of 500 fixed amount, or you can have actually an option to do this. So either you input individually, or you can create or make a shortcut using this icon. Just click on that, and you have an option to apply fixed amount. You can adjust per month by a certain amount, increased, and add a percentage for each amount. So I will apply first the fixed amount. So I'll just do that very quickly. Then, for example, in December, I'm expecting an increase maybe of 50 each month. So as you can see here, it's already effective. Then, for example, on the second quarter, I will increase it by 5%. So that's it. So it's very flexible using that 3 options. Okay, so that's how you will do the manual inputting of budget in our budget manager. Now let's proceed on the budget summary. So in the budget summary, this report is actually a summary of the budget that you have created in the budget manager. And you have here the options to select the budget, and then the month, the period of the budget that you have incorporated, and the periods of the budget you want to show in your report. So as you can see here, that's how it will look like. Aside from the overall report, actually, you can incorporate a tracking category in Xero. You can use this if you want to track by branch, if by department or by person or the agent in charge of a certain company, or maybe you want to track as per the revenue channel online or something like that. So you can actually create a budget. So you can add a specific budget for a specific tracking category that you want. So in this demonstration company that I have created, I am using the branch 1 and branch 2. So I will be creating a budget for branch 1. I'll just save it. See, it's empty again because it's a new budget. I'll just import a budget that I have prepared as well for this. I'll just import that. So if I want to incorporate a budget for a 24 months period, actually I can do that. I'll just import a one-time 24 months, or I will import by installment. So I will import as well 2022 budget and confirm. So this is how it look like. And until 2022, it's appearing. I'll check by 24 months if it's there. Yeah, until December 2022. Okay. Now, what if this is for branch 1? I want to create another setup for branch 2 with the same information that I have here. I can actually quickly do that by clicking here, edit, and rename this to branch 2 and select the branch, the tracking category branch. Instead of saving, I can quickly click here and save as a copy. So I will be creating a new budget for branch 2. So I can quickly do that and do the importation again. So this is already updated. So from here, I can import to update what has been copied in the branch 1, or I will use the branch 1 budget for branch 2. So that's it. That's how you will create a budget for each tracking category that you have created in Xero. Okay, now we're done with the budget summary. Let's go to budget variance. This budget variance report, this is where you will be checking the actual versus the budget. So basically, you'll just have to either compare periods or show date range. If you want to have a specific month that you want to compare, I'll do compare periods first. So for example, I'll do July, and I want to use the overall budget, the branch 1 budget. So it will look like this. So see, in this budget, I will know that my budget is 330,000, but my actual figure is only 100. So it's down by 69.8%. So you basically, in this report, you will have the variance in peso or in AED amount, then the variance in percentage as well, presentation. Then you can have an option to either do a year-to-date or show total option. Then in this case, since I am creating a budget on a yearly basis, so I will be using a year-to-date report. So in this year-to-date, I will know that for the year-to-date budget, I have this, but I have this amount as my actual sales. So in this report, the management will know that there's something wrong and, there's needed action in this figure. So if in case it's a green percentage or a green figure, meaning it is favorable to the company. So that's it. And if ever it's red, for example, in the expenses, you can actually scrutinize every detail, every transaction that you have incurred and compare it to the budget. And you can check your budget if it's reasonable and if you need to adjust it in your next budget. That's the beauty of budgeting. And by using this report, you can actually see and have an overview of the actual performance of the business. Now, in my previous topic in our part 2 series, I have discussed the new report templates where in the profit and loss report, I can actually add the budget there. I just need to quickly demonstrate how you will incorporate the budget. So under here, you just have to edit the layout, then add the columns for budget. And you can select from what budget you want to show, the branch 2 tracking category or the overall budget of the company. So that's how you will do that. Then you can quickly do the things that I have discussed in the part 2 series.